the third installment of Kevin Pollak's Chat Show. I am, as always, Chat Show. Lovely to have you. I've got so much to talk about. I don't really know where to begin. Madonna. All right, don't push. She's trying to get herself a couple of more babies. Why all the hassle? She's got the money and the surgery. Why not save these kids from certain doom, I ask. I would love to know your response to that. Go to twitter.com @KevinPollak. That's how we're taking some of your questions for today for my guests. Two amazing guests, by the way, as always. And then there's also, of course, the chat room right there at the Kevin Pollak's chatshow.com. You know, we're taking those questions as well. We've got our chat jockeys in place. That music you heard with me going a little nutty over it because, as always, we ain't ready. That music is new. I mentioned we have a few contests on this show because I insist, even though it's called Kevin Pollak's Chat Show, that it's your show, and I need you for this show to exist. Not only that, but also to succeed and get better. So I set up one of the contests, which is, how about a theme song? Looking for a new theme song. Had myself a nice one. Thought I recognized it. You heard the panic in my voice. But that was an original piece by Bo Hudspeth. Say it with me. Hudspeth. You want to take a knee? I know I do. Hey, Bo, thanks a lot. Bo, let's see how he describes himself. This is one of my favorite things. A 41-year-old stay-at-home father of 3 and husband to 1. I like that. Those are nice numbers. I like how that graph breaks down, how those two things meet. You're in Oregon, and you have a penchant for cheesecake and Grand Marnier. Some of these things maybe you don't need to share, Bo, if I may. The last two. But thank you for sharing your musical talents. We have an outro piece that Bo also composed, which we'll get to in hopefully under 2 hours. The first two shows almost lasted 2 hours each, so settle back. We got some great press for the first time, really, this week. The first thing that comes to mind, of course, is the big yesterday on the cover of TechCrunch, which was absolutely huge. I want to thank the wonderful guys over there for showing us a little love and some support and some faith, and a lovely write-up there. You probably find it in their day-old archives if you want to check out what they had to say, because it's difficult for me to say how good the show is. It's better to come from someone else. I got back this morning, a couple hours ago, from Dayton, Ohio, and I want to thank almost everyone in Dayton for all the love. I tweeted as I was driving into Dayton, I love the smell of Dayton in the morning. Smells like, and then I asked the Twitterland to fill it in, saying that the best one would be shared now. I got all kinds of crazy ones. I want to thank everyone for that. J.D. Philippe, although I'm guessing not a big fan of cheesecake or Grand Marnier, answered it thusly. I love this. Well, I should do it in the original. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Napalm? Wait. Take two. I love the smell of Dayton in the morning. Smells like napalm, Comex, and a dash of ass. J.D. Philippe, and maybe the worst of all you'll ever hear. Yeah, that's who that was. Those of you still doing the math on that. I am pretty good with Charlie Don't Surf. A little better. Sonny, the Corleone family will be outcasts. Even the old man's political protection will run for cover. It's getting worse. I should probably go back to the ones I actually do. But Bo Hudspeth, thank you for your contribution music-wise. Friday morning, I spent with some pals at the Bob and Tom radio show, syndicated nationwide. It went incredibly well. I talked a whole lot about Twitter.com and, of course, the lovely chat show. And a whole bunch of people tweeted me replying saying, I'm now a new member of Twitter.com thanks to you and your annoying plugs of Twitter.com. But hundreds, literally. I don't know if a check comes to me for every 100 I sign. I'm not sure how that works. I'll take a penny, like a penny for every 100. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, there's a website for Bo. As I said, if you are a contest winner, I will plug your wares. We're going to put this website up at kevinpollakschatsshow.com and all the various places that the show airs in its next life, which is iTunes and Blip TV. iTunes podcasts are free, of course. For now. So there'll be a link all over there for BoHudspethPhotography.com. How about that? Music not his thing. That's the guy I chose. What? So some great turnout. By the way, that nose action right there was in lieu of sneezing, which I've yet to do on the show, which I feel coming. So brace yourselves. It's on its way. Nice people, lovely shows in Dayton. I want to thank the fabulous Funny Bone people there. I had a lovely time. You know, the Bob and Tom show is very big all over the country, and so these people in Dayton were very familiar with it. So we had a nice, lovely connection there. I did this thing on Bob and Tom, this Christopher Walken bit, and it became the third most requested, and they have this show launched Larry the Cable Guy. I mean, this show is the place for comedians to really shine, and has been for many years. And they're all over the internet if you want to check out the Bob and Tom show. So I did this thing, Christopher Walken, just having a conversation with him. I imagine you never know what's going to come out of his head. Like just, hey, Chris, haven't seen him in a while. How's it going? Frankenstein never scared me. Really? Marsupials do. 'Cause they're fast. Speedy little pricks. And they dart. That's bullshit. Simply saying if they ran straight, you could get a beat on their ass. Tackle them if need be. But no! They dart. And it's horse shit. That is my happy birthday to you, Christopher Walken. I missed the big explosion on YouTube. I think 2 weeks ago tomorrow, there was a big thing on YouTube celebrating Christopher Walken's birthday, and I got a couple of nods my way, a couple people insisting that I do but one of the better impressions of Christopher Walken. Bizarrely, no one's saying that about my Robert Duvall. We had at Marilyn M on the Twitter.com, at Marilyn M, suggesting Albert Brooks as a dream guest. Are you serious? I would kill. I'd say, Mom, come here. There's some train tracks over here I'd like to show you. This is what I have to do to get Albert on the show. It'll just take a moment. Push. All right? That's how much I want Albert on the show. Some of you, unfortunately, I realize I have to say, Nemo, Nemo. Now you know who I'm talking about. All right. So, yes, I would love that. One of the other contests I'd like to introduce, you've probably noticed with my guests, I'm insisting that they all play the Larry King game. But I'd like you, the audience, you, the viewers, you, the co-hosts, if you will, at the Kevin Pollak's chat show, to come up with some Larry King games. Yeah, you know how the game works. The premise of the game, Larry King, God bless him, hell of a career. But let's face it, he's 107. It's my belief, and it's only a matter of time before Larry accidentally shares something about himself on the air that no one should know. So when it's your turn to play the Larry King game, by the way, this is a wonderful home game to play with your friends, helps to be slightly intoxicated. When it's your turn to play the Larry King game, you must do a bad Larry King impression. Hey, that's everyone. Easy. Reveal something about yourself on the air as Larry King that no one should know. And then go to the phones. And it helps if the town, the city that you go to on the phone is somewhat funny sounding. Did we get the funny sounding name? The funny sounding city? Oh, I remember what it is. Okay. Okay. I did get one. All right. All right. So here's an example. While at Macy's, I like to feel up the ladies' lingerie with no intent to purchase. Squirrel Hill, Pennsylvania. Hello. All right, so I'm going to ask all my guests to play Larry King game, but that's just an example. I would like you, my co-host there, out there in Intervision. There, I said it. Intervision. I'm going to introduce that word, if it's not already well used, into the lexicon. We are beaming to you and streaming to you through the wonderful world of Intervision. So participate. And if you are chosen, as Bo was, as J.D. Philippe was, you get one of these. It's a little off the top, my live stand-up comedy CD. By the way, sell it if you want. I get $20 for them. I have to sign them. You don't have to sign it. Just probably sell on eBay for $7, maybe. It's cash, which so many people, of course, around the world are wondering what the hell happened to our money. Yeah, the banks lost it. Sorry? Yeah, the banks lost the money. Well, what do? We're going to give them more. What? What? Yeah, we're going to give them more money. Oh, so then now we can get a loan. Nope, they're not really sure where it is. They got the money there somewhere, but forgot which mattress they put it in. So there's no loans. Barack, God bless. I hope you and the First Lady have enjoyed your tour of falling to your knees and begging forgiveness for the last 8 years. I so support any and all effort that you can make to get the forgiveness of the world after the last 8 years. Here's a shortcut. Find Cheney and string him up. All right, I said it. But that would be tough. I'm thinking Cheney is just like robo-prick, just the ultimate badass. No one could take this guy down. He shot his friend in the face, and they kept on hunting. Larry, you all right? Larry, get up. Larry, come on, let's go. So I shot him, so what? There's geese. There's geese to be got. Shot him in the face, said, let's move on, fellas. So there you go. There's just a few things that I have two great guests tonight. I'm going to tell you who they are. I'm not going to waste any more time. My second guest is founder and CEO of Tesla Motors and SpaceX. He's going to be my first guest that I am wildly ill-prepared for. That is to say, outside my wheelhouse, not in my ballywick. Those are two separate places on me, aren't they? Nope. I've had your show business people thus far. We're going to go outside. We're going to see what the show is about, if it has that capability. It attracted the attention of TechCrunch, talking about Elon Musk, my second guest. Hope I don't stink up the place. That's all I'm saying. My first guest and I met a couple of years ago. I was co-starring with him and others in a mini-series on the Sci-Fi Network. Thank you. I know. I can't believe it either. I'm an uber geek. They sent the script. I went, called The Lost Room. Yeah, and we were shooting at Albuquerque, New Mexico. I don't know if anyone's from Albuquerque, New Mexico, but my recollection, ain't shit going on in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lovely people. I got to know this character actor, like myself, younger, by the name of Jason Antoon. Now, Jason is Lebanese, so we're natural enemies, right? But we found out we had mutual love of playing Texas Hold'em and fondness for younger women. So we became friends, and we hung out for the couple of weeks while we were there in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I learned a little more about him, and I'm hoping we're going to learn a little bit more today. So please help me welcome my first guest here, April 5th, Jason Antoon. Hi, buddy.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Lots of applause.
Thank you very much. Well, that's the crew. You know, we have a very tight little knit group who you've met.
I have.
Yeah. And so you're well? Everything's good?
I'm good. I'm in sunny California. I got out of New York City, which is just...
Well, let's talk about that. You've been in New York for a while working on a television series.
I'm working on NBC's show called Kings, which is on tonight.
Right?
8 p.m.
So now?
Yeah, if you're watching this...
On the East Coast?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're not watching Kings.
Well, let me just say right now, 448,000 people are watching this instead of Kings.
Yes.
Just so you know.
Good.
All right? You guys probably get millions.
Millions.
Yeah.
Which is, what kind of rating is that, Kevin?
So you shot 13 of the show Kings?
We shot 13 episodes.
And who do you play in the Kings? Are you one of the Kings?
Of course not.
You're not a Lebanese king?
No. They would never make a Lebanese a king.
All right.
I'd never be a leading man unless I was in Lebanon.
Really?
Yeah. Why would they make me a leading man here?
And here you are in Los Angeles.
Here I am in Los Angeles,
right.
Santa Monica, California.
So
I play a palace guard named Boyden, although his name is never said in all 13 episodes. I always wanted to go up to the creator and be like, "Can I have a name?"
No.
He's like,
really?
Straight-faced. So yeah, I don't have a name, but I play a guard. Me and this big guy, this actor named Joel Marsh Garland, we play Boyden and Klotz. He's a bigger guy than I am, and we're
Wait a minute. Sounds like you have a name though. Boyden or Klotz.
I'm Boyden. He's Klotz.
Oh, so you did get a name.
But no one in the audience would ever know that unless they went to IMDb and they see our names.
Well, that's where everybody is right now.
No, I have a name in the script.
I know, of course you do.
But no one says, "Hey, Boyden, come over here."
Right.
No one.
Which, as a writer, I actually absolutely hate. You know, you write a script first, and you have to use people's names just so you know who the person's talking to.
Right.
And the first thing you do is take all the names out.
Right, but I want a name.
Right. Boyden.
I want to be called
I'm
Boyden.
going to call you Boyden the rest of this interview, and we're
Okay,
going to try to
perfect.
help establish this.
I'll call you Jew.
All right.
kidding.
It's Boyden and Jew this season on NBC.
That's right. The ratings, huge.
All right, so let's move away from Kings,
Yeah, because
which
no
I think
one
most
cares
of
about
America is doing right now, anyways.
Yes, nobody's watching.
And I'm going to remind you of something that I told you, but the folks enjoying this particular show are not aware of this. After we got to know each other and hung out working on The Lost Room, and we really did have some yucks, I hadn't seen you in probably 6 to 7 months, and it was Christmas time, and I was coming to the airport in Los Angeles, which at Christmas time, that's where Joy to the World thrives. If you want to feel the brotherly love at the holidays, go to the airport.
I do that all the time.
Right? Shoving people down to get on their flights. So a couple 100,000 people easily at LAX, and I'm walking, and suddenly 50 yards away walking towards me, I see you, right? So I put my head down because I instantly decide I'm going to scare the shit out of you.
Right.
Right? And I'm bumping into people because I don't want you to see me, and I pop my head up just a little bit every now and then, make sure you're still coming towards me, and I wade myself through this crowd, and I lunge right up in your grill, and I go, "What are the chances?" Only it wasn't you. No. It was the actor who plays Saeed on the TV show Lost.
Naveen Andrews.
Yes, who I've never met. Whose face I'm hovering in front of, like this, right? Who's looking back at me now like this. And it's amazing how the brain works in a situation like that. Because I have a nanosecond to decide what I'm going to do as I'm hovering in this guy's face. This is what my brain decides to do.
Yeah.
That's my brain. That's my chicken
Get
shit
out.
brain.
Get
My
out
brain
fast.
doesn't say, "Hey, perhaps you should explain to this total stranger why you're such an asshole." No, 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 no. That's ridiculous. My brain says, maybe he didn't recognize you. Go, 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 go.
Yeah.
So a week later, I'm telling some friends this at New Year's. And they're enjoying the story at my expense, which is appropriate. But a couple of the guys I'm telling are famous actor jerks. And they agree that if they ever run into that actor from Lost, they're going to go, "What are the chances?" So we're hoping to have him committed at some point.
I'm going to do it.
You have to do it.
Because then he'll go, wait,
And then they'll hug and
make
start
out.
making out. Yeah.
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 See?
So now when I remember, I was hesitant about telling you this because I thought under the heading, "Oh gosh, they all look alike."
Yeah.
Right? This is going to be the most racist moment of my
I
life.
love it. I love racism.
Do you?
Well, on me.
Oh.
a lot of Arab jokes.
Well, I wasn't aware in my moment of reality that I was being racist. I just knew that I hadn't seen you in 6 months.
What? Sometimes people say I look like him, so why is that racist?
And also, I had just literally spent, I don't know how you are watching a new show on DVD and you watch like every episode in a row.
If it's good.
Yeah, that's a great way to watch TV, right? I watched, I'm not kidding, 6 episodes in a row. I was up till 4 in the morning. 2 days before this happened. This guy could not have been more in my brain.
Hello.
So weird. Why my brain said it was you.
He's darker and skinnier.
And far less talented.
But we both have pretty eyes.
I didn't want to say that, and now we're there. I would very much like to talk to you about your directorial debut.
Oh, yes.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah,
Can we discuss that?
Absolutely.
But first, I introduced the Larry King game while you were in the room.
Yes.
I hope you understand that before this interview ends, you must come up with one. Not now.
Okay. It
No
won't
pressure.
Be good, but
I want to go to the audience. I want to go to our fine folk right there.
people are like, who is that guy?
Jason Antoon.
Right.
Okay. Jackie asked me to squeeze in a Michael Caine. I can't believe it. That's all you get. All right.
That's right. Nothing for the guest. Hurry. Turn up.
There's got to be something in here for Jason
No one
Antoon.
cares. They only care about an electric
Question for
tire.
Jason.
Yes.
What was Jesus Cooks Me Breakfast? That's ridiculous. I just asked you that. Let's talk about your directorial debut, because that's
Okay.
clearly what people
Good.
want to know as well.
Jesus.
You did a short film, which I saw, which is pretty frickin' amazing,
Thank you.
called,
Jesus Cooks Me Breakfast.
and what's the origin?
Well, the origin is a girlfriend at the time. That's annoying song "Jesus Take the Wheel" by Carrie Underwood. You know that song?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't
know that
start
song?
each
that
and
was
every
on
day?
the radio. Waking up in the morning, it's like Jesus take. I don't even know how the song goes.
Yeah, you can't sing it.
Jesus takes the wheel, and my girlfriend at the time was like, "Fucking Jesus takes the wheel. Jesus cooked me fucking breakfast."
Nice.
So I was like, "Boom!"
And interesting potty mouth.
Great idea. I took out the fucking. I love swearing. And so I made it Jesus Cooks Me Breakfast. So I had this idea. I was like, what if Jesus came to an unbeliever to his
Right.
apartment and said, with a bag of groceries, and said, God is missing. I've never met my dad. When I died, crucified, rose from the dead, no one was there.
Oh, so Jesus comes to you and says, "Where's Papa?"
And
Why is he asking you?
No, he's not saying, it's not a question. He's telling him God is missing. My dad was not in heaven when I got there.
Okay.
I want you to find him. To an atheist. So, that's the premise of the idea. It was a short story first.
Right. And then did
and
you
then
write?
I adapted it into a screenplay. Adaption is just basically taking it and putting it onto final draft, basically.
You changed the writing format.
Just change the writing format.
Sure.
It's the same thing. And my partner Sam Robards, who's also an actor, we after 7 years of sitting on your ass, you're like, let's do something. Let's all the things that you see, all the shorts and the movies, you're like, I can do something better than that. I'm sick of seeing a lot of shit and a lot of crap out there. And so we were like, let's do it. Let's put our own money into it. So we put our own money. We got it all together.
What sort of dollars are we talking about?
Millions. No. The budget was about $30,000, and we shot on film. And
Okay, so you guys are sitting on your ass, and
We're
you're
sitting
thinking,
on our
how can
ass.
I blow 30 grand?
yeah, from the residual money that we make on residuals. as
Stay
an
on the
actor.
two-shot for a while, just because I want people to see me spraying this organic stuff in my throat so that I can
Nice.
smell good for our guests.
What is that?
That's none of your business. It's mostly alcohol is all you need to know. All right.
So yeah, we were sitting
I
on
find this story a little more enjoyable if I'm half
so
in the
boring.
bag.
Everyone in the audience is like,
No.
Michael Caine again. Michael Caine. Alfie. So yeah, we didn't want to sit on our asses anymore, so we wanted to get up and do something instead of you spend your life as an actor, just you audition, you're reading lines, you have no control over anything, and
Gun for hire.
They either give you a part or they don't give you a part. You feel like cattle. Certainly you're more creative than that. Everybody's got and we just wanted to get up off our ass and do it.
And you had $30,000 lying
spend
around?
the money, well, we split it. So it was 15-15.
But let's be honest, it's a pinch. Come on, let the people know that this is a pinch, and you weren't lighting cigars with $100 bills.
No. It's like it's worth doing because
You're investing in yourself.
You're investing in something. you're not doing it because you're going to sell it and make money. Shorts don't sell and make money. It's like a calling card for later on. So we ended up doing that and making it, and we shot it in 4 days, and we made a 25-minute film, and we this was in 2007, and we showed it at a bunch of different festivals, and the idea was to do 3 25-minute shorts. It was Jesus cooks me breakfast, Satan buys me a drink, and God gives me an apple, and then you mash them all together, and you're at an hour-and-a-half feature. So we poo-pooed that idea. Do you like poo-poo?
Mm-hmm.
I poo-pooed the idea.
I prefer it to fuck, I'll be honest with you. I enjoyed the poo-poo.
We fucked the idea.
Okay.
And we wrote a full-length script based on the short, and are going to, when we raise money.
That's the next life
That's
of
the next life.
Jesus
That could
Cooks
be-
Me
yes,
Breakfast.
Right.
And in Jesus Cooks Me Breakfast, does Satan buy you a drink?
You'd have to find out.
Oh, I got to read the script?
$11.50 now.
Martha,
Martha,
@Twitter.com.
nice.
@Martha, saw you in Time of My Life in Westport, Connecticut.
Oh my God,
Connecticut.
awesome, great.
When was this? She says,
Last year.
you played many Italian waiters.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you
a-
very
it's-
much, Martha.
Martha, thanks, awesome. The Paul Newman Joanne Woodward Theater in Westport, Connecticut, and I got to meet Paul Newman.
You want to
before he
drop
passed.
names? Is that what you want to start doing?
That's the new contest. Who can drop as
I'll
many names?
play the game, buddy.
God, Paul, sharing a beer. No, we.
I'm teabagging Redford right now.
Really?
How do you feel?
Oh, that'd be great. I've got some lemonade in here. Iced tea. This
Why
is
are we
Newman's-
working blue? It's so beneath us, literally.
So that's like taking a gun out in improv because you have nothing to do. You're like, get on your knees, and your teacher's like, guns are too easy. I did this play by Alan Ayckbourn,
Yes.
British playwright, comedy about couples at a restaurant.
Hmm.
And it's you don't really know the ethnicity of the restaurant. It's supposed to be sort of obscure. So I did a hybrid of like Lebanese, Italian. So I did a lot of this kind of, what do you want? You want food? I get you food. And we made up things. So I had a lot of quick changes. I played 5 members of a family. The owner of the restaurant, the mean waiter, the head waiter, the little weird Gollum type waiter with spectacle glasses.
Wait. What did
He
he say?
talk like this. Yes, you want some? Remy Martin. That was basically, it wasn't Gollum, but I looked like Gollum because I had a wig. And Remy Martin.
This guy,
So
this guy got laid all the
he
time.
got, oh man, he
my.
had a big broomstick. More blue. I'm a Scorpio, that's why I'm always blue. Lots of blue. So yeah, I got to play 5 characters. Quick changes coming in and out of the restaurant. I was one of them was a little effeminate, and he sang songs. Like fake Italian songs, but they weren't. It's not Italian. It was a fake language.
I'm starting to get a little uncomfortable with the notion that if I let this continue, you're going to do each and
Yeah,
every
and it's
one of
going to be
these
so
waiters.
annoying and awful. It's just going to be just.
I want to
ridiculous.
introduce people to a piece of your work for those who didn't make it to Connecticut that summer.
Okay, yeah.
I thought you were absolutely riveting, sincerely, in Minority Report.
Oh, thank you.
Steven Spielberg opus, which I really love that movie, and so did many others. Obviously, it did quite well. I'm going to ask Team Capo if we're ready and got that locked and loaded. I'm getting nods from Tyler and Professor Kreutz, so we're just going to throw anything you want to set this up
This was
with?
my first movie.
Seriously?
After Steven Spielberg, interesting story. He came and saw me in this Broadway show called Contact at Lincoln Center.
Uh-huh.
Tony Award-winning show.
Really?
2000.
Ah, yes.
Pre 9/11.
Right.
And he came and saw the show, and I got this call randomly. Apparently Spielberg sees lots of Broadway shows.
Uh-huh.
I got a call saying Spielberg's interested in you for this movie. He saw you in the show, and I was like, shut the what?
Yeah.
And 3 months later, I'm in
See
this.
how easy it is not to swear?
Yeah,
by the way?
I can do it. I
that
know.
was a lot
But
funnier.
Come on, I just
Shut
wanted
the
to-
wa.
Shut the who the
Yeah,
hell?
that was. So, anyways.
So, 4 months later, I'm standing next to. I'm meeting Tom Cruise and Spielberg for the first time on my first day, and this was my first movie.
That's fantastic.
And when you meet these guys, they're just like movie geeks. Spielberg just talks about movies.
Yeah. No, they're both very, very.
He tells
nerdy.
me. I mean, I talked to Spielberg about the Holocaust.
Yeah.
I talked to him about his first job on a Cassavetes movie.
Yeah.
Shadows.
Is that right?
Yeah, as like an intern.
I found Tom Cruise to be absolutely endearing in kind of a nerdy way, in the sense that he's so normal. It's unnerving.
Yeah.
How normal.
Someone said to me, before I got on the set, they were like, "You're going to have to sign a piece of paper where you're not allowed to look at him in the face." I was like, "Wait, I'm acting with him. What am I supposed to do?" A complete opposite. He was the nicest guy.
That's a great thing. We should shoot that as a
I don't
little comedy video.
Someone literally
you can't look him in the face, and then we have to do a scene together.
And then you just have to be like,
we have to shoot that. That's fantastic.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. Let's do that.
This guy, because he, he was there for your coverage. He was
he's ridiculous.
Loved it.
He's
got
ridiculous.
me a big basket of chocolate.
Yeah, working with him was truly one of the more inspiring things. In terms of professionalism, it's just ridiculous. And also during rehearsal of Few Good Men, he's writing with this giant Mont Blanc pen that's the size of I don't know, I'm going to say a child's arm. It's ridiculously huge. And Demi and I are busting his chops. Now I'm dropping the names. And we're giving him a little grief about the size of this pen. And he goes, no, check it out. It's crazy balanced and right with it. So I'm writing with it. Literally, I found myself saying, Jesus, that really is fabulous. Yeah. And falling in love with how it's just so stupid.
Confidence.
3 days later, knock on my trailer door. Here, Tom wants you to have this. Open it up. It's one of those pens. To him, it's probably a quarter. I don't even know how much it cost. It was crazy expensive. Oh my God! So now I realize this is going to go on the mantle. I'm never going to use the pen. Right. This is the pen from Tom Cruise. I can't use this. Later that day, I'm making notes in my script, and Tom comes up behind me and says, "Hey, where's the pen?" I said, "Tom, it's on my mantle. I'm not going to use it." No, you got to use it, buddy. Okay, I will. I'll try. But Tom, understand, it's from you. I know, but 3 days later, open the door of my trailer. Tom wants you to use the first one.
Come on.
Not kidding. And he was not doing it to show off. He was not doing it to be an asshole. He really wanted me to use the first one. And it was his way of saying, I understand you're not going to use the first one. Will you now? You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
I got a box of chocolates and I ate them and there was no memory. I got nothing. But he did loan me a pair of knee pads, and I know that what this is gonna sound like.
So fill in the blank. But fast.
In the end of this scene that you're going to see, you're not going to see the end of it because I only got 45 seconds. Thanks, Jason.
I thought we were going to be able to show 6 minutes.
6 minutes. Everyone's just like,
that was the beauty of this show.
You do Peter Sellers. No. And at the end of the scene,
right
he
now,
puts me on
Elon Musk will not be this funny. All right, go ahead.
What if he was? He's just like, electric cars! And so he's just at the end of the scene. He puts me on my knees. I know this is going to sound weird. He's like, he's like, get back here, and he takes me in the arm, and then he pushes me down.
Right.
And we were on these mirror floors, and it was like, my knees keep hurting. I kept saying because we had to keep practicing it. And he's like, I don't remember who his assistant's name was, and he's like, Michael. Debbie, get Jason my knee pads, and then she brings like 4 different knee pads. Right. Like longer ones and shorter ones, and he's like
Kevlar.
He's like take a pick, take your pick, and I'm like, great. Yeah. Take them, and then I tried to keep them on, and they were like, Tom needs his knee pads back.
You tried to steal?
I wanted to keep the Tom Cruise knee pads.
See, what happens is
I wasn't going to sell them. I was going to like go around New York with shorts and like, these knee pads and be like Tom Cruise.
You were going to be fly.
I was going to be sweet ass fly, sweet ass.
May we please roll the clip, because there's your setup. Minority Report, starring Jason Antoon. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there's no clip. We can't afford them. Show's going well, though, no? Were those knee pads right there? Was that a knee pad moment?
No, because we didn't. No, I didn't have the knee pads yet for that. That's right, I get on my knees twice. I didn't have
knee pads. And this is after
pads.
you have the job.
No, because he was getting really rough. Like, he gets really rough with me at the end of the scene. And then I'm like, my knees!
Now, for a lot of people out there who wonder what it's like to act in a movie, unlike when you're a kid and you play those moments and you say the words,
yeah, you don't do that.
Did you ever do that? Did you ever find yourself doing that your first movie? I remember the first time I had to throw a punch at someone, I went, you know what I mean?
It's the
You
worst.
make that ridiculous noise because you're in the sandbox and you're playing.
But you know what's more ridiculous than that is when it doesn't matter that you do it because you have to do it in ADR and you're at a booth and you're like, ah!
Oh, yeah.
Is that good? And they're like, a little bit less.
Yeah. The ADR session, for those of you that haven't spent enough time studying, we get to redo our performances sometimes because the sound is off or whatever ambient sound is a car driving past, whatever. There's always something, right?
Yes.
And you have to recreate the sound and match the visual that's already shot.
Absolutely.
And looping, it's also called. And some people just hate it. Other people find it as an opportunity to kind of save a moment that you know.
That the clip you just saw, everything was ADR.
Because
we were in this abandoned mall in Hawthorne, California. The whole sequence that's in a mall right after my scene is an abandoned mall. And so they got this whole mall and they redesigned it to look like a futuristic mall, including my thing, which is a JCPenney's, with all those cool pods and these walking paths with mirrors.
That's in a JCPenney's?
That's a JCPenney's, basically. I forgot what I was
Does that undermine your performance when you realize you're not inside of a...
No, I don't care. I was like, I'm getting paid.
Oh, really?
Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg, and I'm like, Samantha Morton.
But interesting that I'm getting paid was the first on those 4 items on that shopping list.
I had a great time. I could have done it for free. Hello? No. Of course not.
Your first movie.
First movie.
Steven Spielberg.
So
it's
so
just
cool.
all downhill.
It's downhill, yeah. Yeah, he called me in to come up for that Chicago 7 movie, and didn't get that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is maybe Abby Hoffman you could have
No,
played?
it was I did play Abby Hoffman in to play Allen Ginsberg, which I didn't get. But Ang Lee just did a movie that's coming out called Taking Woodstock, and they added Abby Hoffman in as cameos, and who's playing it? Me.
And I just pulled that out.
Isn't that, yeah, right?
Someone had a question about you in that movie. You want to speak to that a little more? Ang Lee, hello, working with all the big directors?
Are you talking to me? Or?
I am talking to you.
Oh, yeah, do I want to speak
I have to look down at the computer, otherwise I don't know what the audience is asking.
I don't know, I feel like I keep wanting to look at the camera.
You can look at the camera.
Hello.
Yeah,
no, but,
talk to them. Take a moment. Get to know them.
I can't do Michael Caine.
You just did.
But I can do a little De Niro, where I can just do some like
Wow, that's pretty.
We can do like a
De Niro
walk in.
Oh, from Deer Hunter?
I don't know the lines.
I don't either. We can make them up. Let's go hunting for deer.
Deer?
Here in Pittsburgh.
Yin's gonna go down there. Huh?
You said yin.
Yeah, it's Pittsburgh. No one's gonna get that.
That's fantastic. My 2 chat jockeys got it. They're from Pittsburgh.
It's get downer. You got a Pittsburgher up there in the Berg, huh? You get a Rolling Rock. It's phenomenal.
Yinling.
You never hear that accent. Yinling.
Yeah.
I like Rolling Rock. You go to the O and get some O fries.
They're in heaven.
Get out.
They're in heaven over there.
I used to do it bad, because I used to do Chicago, and then spending a lot. I went to school in Pittsburgh at Carnegie Mellon University.
Did you?
For drama.
How'd that work out for you?
I'm still paying back my student loans.
All right. With
my
the
father,
Spielberg
after
money?
after my second year, my father was like, I can't afford for you to go here anymore.
Really?
So I was like, what are those jobs when you take the jobs at the school, the campus? I'm such an idiot. What is it called? Student work? They pay you?
I graduated in 9 months. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so anyways, I learned how to do the Yinzer accent.
Nice.
It's phenomenal. Anyways.
It is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Jamie and McIntyre are very excited about that.
Thank you.
Question for you from Bonnie Scotland.
Hi, Bonnie.
Do you have a dream role? Some character, either
I do, actually.
Okay, please.
I'd love. Well, when I was younger, I wanted to play Holden Caulfield, because that's my favorite Salinger, Catcher in the Rye, and but look, I'm not. I grew up here in Southern California, and I didn't grow up in any kind of heritage, like a Lebanese heritage. So I always just thought I was like a white dude who just felt white. I forgot. Oh, I'm tan. I have like olive complexion, and until you get into the business, you realize why am I going in for cab drivers all the time when I was first starting off?
Were there no reflecting devices whatsoever in your home?
No, there wasn't reflecting devices. It's just
not a toaster.
Maybe I was my first denial stage, but I was obsessed with Catcher in the Rye. And I was like, I could play Holden Caulfield. I could say anyway, and I can say and all, and I can. If you really want to hear about it, the first thing you probably want to know is where I was born and what my lousy childhood was like. It's the first line of the book.
Nice.
And I collect Catcher in the Rye in all the different languages. I have about 30 now, and every time someone goes to a different country, I say, they're like, hey, I'm going to Sweden. Do you have that? And I say, no, can you bring it back? And then I never pay them. But I have this collection. Anyways, I wanted to play Holden Caulfield, but obviously I can't. He's tall, he has a little gray in his hair, and he's slender and white.
Don't start listing the reasons.
Well, come on theater I could do it, because people, they look past that. But actually, for real, a dream role, I would love to play Khalil Gibran, like, when I'm older.
Oh.
Get a little bit more thinner, and the hair a little straighter, and so, yeah, I think that would be a dream role, would be Khalil Gibran Bonnie.
Not Saeed?
Naveen Andrews, I like to play his life story. Just do like, Kate.
Nice!
I'm doing a little Robert De Niro as I'm lost.
Oh, man. So 30, you have 30 versions, 30,
I have about 30
different languages?
Yeah, and I would love to, I have large print, I have it finished.
What are you hoping to, where do we go
It's
with
the only
this
thing I collect.
wildly obsessive
It's
behavior?
the only thing that I collect. I was like, God, I have to have a collection. And I collect Catcher in the Rye in different languages. The only thing I don't have, actually, is the original first print of the Catcher in the Rye with his picture on the back, Salinger's picture, which he removed right after the first printings.
Well, let's put this out to
It's only about $30,000.
our friends in Intervision who could maybe find one for you for less than $30,000, since I know you're willing to spend $15,000.
I would blow anybody who would get no.
Wait,
no.
this just went to a very dark place.
I don't mean that. I mean like.
What was that?
Yeah, that's me. Anyways.
Are you formulating a Larry King game in your mind? I just want to put it out.
No.
You don't have to. Really, you're not going to commit?
I think I'm going to probably sound like Ralph Cramden.
I don't think you understood the premise.
It's supposed to be bad.
You have to.
Okay, well then
it
yeah,
has
I
to be
can-
bad.
Yes.
You thought mine was good earlier? Come on.
I don't know. You're good at
no,
that
no,
stuff.
no. First of all, I proved to Robert Duvall that I have a range.
Let me ask you a
and
question
he's not in
about
it.
when you first started doing
Would you like to ask me a few questions?
Yeah, can I just ask you?
Sure.
Let me switch it
Fire
a little
away.
bit. Kevin Elliott Pollak.
Correct, continue. Small Jews for
October
400.
30th, 1957.
Jesus.
San Francisco, California, right?
Yeah.
I want to know, how do you first do the impression?
I'm a little creeped out by you having that
Do you sit in
knowledge.
front of the reflective mirror? See how I'm calling it? And do you actually like...
You talking to me?
Yeah.
No.
Like when I was a breakdancer when I was growing up, and I'd sit in front of the mirror.
Wait.
Well, yeah, I'm about to tell the story.
You were a break dancer.
I was a surfer breakdancer growing up in the Palisades and in Sherman Oaks here where I grew up.
You buried the lead. I can't believe it. We didn't open with this? We don't have any video
I have
of
it
that?
if Jason, it's in the bio.
Jason's getting all the
It's
blame.
in the bio that I emailed him,
Yeah,
400 emails.
He might have thumbed over it.
He's like, don't wear black. No, I was a surfer breakdancer, and I went to public schools, and they would all come up to you, and I had surfer clothes, and then Puma shoes with the thick breaker laces. So I was a surfer breakdancer. So people would come up and they'd do moves, and they'd try to do all their best moves, and they'd lock you in a box and lock it and swallow it.
Wow.
And you had to try to come up with the moves. So I said the only thing that I would do is, and this is me practicing in front of a mirror, I would look at the kid when they would finish their move, and I'd go like that. And they couldn't beat it.
No, they couldn't.
So that's what I practiced. So I'm wondering, is that what you did with your impressions?
Well, I did at some point have to figure out how to just make one eye move while doing Peter Falk's Lieutenant Columbo. So there was a moment that I had to work on that a little bit, but because I'm crossing my eyes, it's difficult to see in the mirror what it looks like. So that all of them sort of, it's from inside they come out. I've never studied audio tape or videotape of anyone, to be honest with you, and I have a wheelhouse, and if they're in there, I usually just put them on the voice answering machine and people leave their critiques.
But can you do Naveen Andrews?
Wow. No, I can't. And I don't, I, as much as I don't want to say goodbye after that,
Yeah.
we're coming close to the end of this. By the way, I do want to thank you. I'm not sure I've laughed this much during any of these episodes.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
And you have to come back when I have less time.
Well, maybe I'll direct you in a movie.
Maybe? You're going to threaten me?
Isn't that the worst when you get to Hollywood and they finally are like, when your friends are like, they get a project together and you're going in and you're at the audition for their pilot and they're like, thank you. And you're like, you.
Yeah.
Come on. I thought we were friends. Don't play this game anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I love that.
I won't do that to you.
No, no, no,
I'll be like, Kevin,
Yeah.
I've got this great part and it's one line. I've gotten that.
Oh,
I have
man.
a great part for you. It's great. Will you do it? It's a great line. It's a waiter and it's one line.
I never understand no good deed goes unpunished in
Yeah.
our business, that's for sure. And
Right.
you get they don't say, do me a favor. They say, I've got this great thing for you. And then it's a 100% favor,
Yeah.
and you want to kill them.
But we need a name.
Right? Yeah. That's my favorite thing.
not me.
Meeting with the studio. We really want you for the lead in this
Right.
film. We have an offer out to Jeff Bridges, but what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm your next
I
go-to guy.
memorized. I spent 15 hours memorizing these 15 pages.
All right. I insist that all my guests play the Larry King game. I've made it crystal clear how the game works. You must do a bad Larry King impression, reveal something about yourself on the air that no one should know about you, Larry King, and then go to the phones. And it helps if the name of the city is somewhat funny sounding.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Fire when ready. Into the camera, please.
Yes, my first guest, Kevin Elliott Pollak. I shave my balls. Kevin, do you shave your balls? Also, Kevin is from Weehawken, New Jersey. Do you shave your balls, Kevin?
I don't know how
Terrible.
that. First of all,
I didn't incorporate it. Did I incorporate anything?
if there were a prize, I would be taking it away.
Because of blueness?
Well, first because of blueness. Second because your theme was recurring, and you only said 4 sentences. No,
was a tip- that
God
was
bless
probably
you.
the worst.
There's. I'm not here to judge.
All right.
Yeah. My next guest is horrified, having just witnessed the last 4 minutes.
I just want to say,
But he's still in the room, so we're okay.
because of your next guest, I just want to say that I have a 1992 Pontiac Grand Am.
Yes?
88,000 miles.
Are you willing to trade it in for your Tesla?
Yes, I think it's an equal trade.
Equal. Well, we'll
No,
find
it's
out
not.
about that.
It's not.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And I can't wait till there's a hole in the schedule to have you back.
Which will be never.
No, thank you very much.
No, absolutely.
Jason Antoon, a wonderful, wonderful man and a great talent, and decided to work blue for you, and I'm sure you all enjoyed that.
Except for my mom.
Except for his mom. That's the diversity of this particular show, by the way, that I could segue from that conversation and that trip down memory lane and career lane